Welcome to part 114 of Flipping Tables. And this is December the 5th, 2025 by man's calendar. Just got a quick little thing I'm going to do, and then we're getting into the book of Revelations. Got a quick little thing I'm doing here for the Lord at His behest. And what the Lord wills, the Lord gets. So, without further ado, let me get into this. And then we're going to get into the book of Revelation. On a mountain stood a man with his head bowed low, tears streaming down his face, just like his heart was broke. Looking over that city with all its shining lights, these words you hear so loud and clear out in the still dark night. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, how often would I gather you underneath my wings, like a mother hen would gather her young, but you would not hear my cry. No, you would not hear my cry. High up in the heavens, sitting on his throne, making intercession for his very own. Still they will not listen, just like they did back then. He cries unto Jerusalem, but his tears are still in vain. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, how often would I gather you underneath my wings, like a mother hen would gather her young, but you would not hear my cry. No, you would not hear my cry. High up in the heavens, sitting on his throne, making intercessions for his very own. Still they will not listen, just like they did back then. He cries unto Jerusalem, but my tears are still in vain. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, how often would I gather you underneath my wings, like a mother hen would gather her young, but you would not hear my cry. No, you love. How often would I gather you underneath my wings, like a mother hen would gather her young, but you would not hear my cry. No, you would not hear my cry. No, you would not hear my cry. Now to get into the book of Revelation. Going to get into the book of Revelation, chapter 17, I believe it is. And yeah, that was a little different. It was something the Lord asked me to do. So I did it. I hope it was exactly as He wanted it to be. So I do not profess to be a singer. I suppose I should have done your disclaimer for that one, but that's okay. We're going on. The Lord tells us in His Word to sing hymns and stuff onto Him. So let's pray. So let it be so. He said to make a joyful noise. It didn't have to be perfect. And noise is what I make, so I do my best. At least I'm not trying to turn cartwheels. We would need an ambulance or two for that one. Anyways, going on. Revelation 17. Let me just state for the record again, I only use the KJV. I'm not using one of those junk Bibles that throws out the truth and that throws out sin and what sin is so that we could try to take devils into heaven. We're not doing that. Because the devils are coming out of heaven. They're not staying in heaven. It is written that the new heaven and new earth is wherein dwells righteousness. And if you can't come out of the world, then that's not you. You're not of heaven. Because you're not seeking righteousness. You're seeking Babylon. Traditions of men are Babylonian things. They're not of the kingdom of heaven. The feast of the Bible that the Lord told us to keep, those are of the kingdom of heaven. Anyways, going on, getting into Revelation 17. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials. Now, this is the judgments of God. Just so there's understanding, this is what people refer to as the bowl judgments. This is the final judgments of God. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials and talked with me. Now this is John talking here, and he's explaining how this angel come and talked to him, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sits upon many waters. And that great whore is the whore of Babylon, of course, which sits upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Let's look at that particular scripture there, verse 2. The kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. What is the wine of her fornication? Her idolatries against God, of course. The Roman Catholic Empire has taught idolatries of all kinds, and they are the ones who actually instituted all the traditions that have come into America. They looked to them as the leader of the religious world when the 13 colonies came and everything was being established. Everybody looked to the Roman Catholics to establish the Christian base and so forth. No, see, that's not how Paul established the churches at all, because the Roman Catholic Empire or the Roman Empire are the ones that actually slaughtered the original church. And y'all think that these people knew Paul and that they were great and so forth, and that we should look to them for all their teachings. No, these people lie. These are the deceivers that God warned us not to believe. If you'd been reading your word and studying this stuff out, you would have found this stuff out. The Lord would have enlightened you just like He did me. He's no respecter of person, and He said, if you lack knowledge, ask and He'll give it to you. He gives to all men liberally. But you got to seek it. He's not going to force it on you. You have to seek it. As though He were a great treasure, you have to seek Him. And that's what I did. And y'all got mad at me for it, because He did give it to me liberally. And he keeps pouring out. But I keep seeking more and more, because and sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. And because, to be honest, a lot of this stuff I was not expecting. But I'm not going to reject the Lord. I asked for this, and He gave it to me. I asked for Him to give me wisdom and knowledge, and to let me be obedient to Him, and for Him to help me to do that. Because I wanted to be a light for Him. I didn't want to be darkness. I didn't want to be a part of the world. I don't fit in the world. It would be bad to be rejected by both heaven and earth. I'm already rejected by earth. I certainly don't want to be rejected by heaven. But if I had to choose, then yeah, I would want God to receive me, because I certainly wouldn't want the earth to. I don't want the world's approval. I want God's. The world will never approve of me. They never have. They've always belittled me and called me names and mocked me and scorned me. And treated me like an outcast and thrown me down. I was never good enough. I was never good enough to be on their teams. I was never good enough to be picked for anything. For any reason. I was belittled and mocked. And then when I started doing for the Lord, I was belittled and mocked, even by those that were in the church. And I even had people to call me Satan and all kinds of stuff. And I went to Jesus complaining, crying, broken. Wasn't actually trying to complain. I was trying to just have myself a little pity party, to be honest. pity party of one. I was hoping it would be a party of two, but Jesus wasn't into that, so I was alone in that little pity party. But I was trying to invite him because he was my best friend and I wanted him to pity party with me. He told me to suck it up and get over it because the same thing had happened to him. Wasn't like it was a new thing in town. Boy, that stung. Yeah, he's good at snapping you back to reality, son. He'll knock you out of those pity parties. He was like, where was you at when I had mine? No, man. We ain't a doing her. Nope. I don't feel sorry for you. Why would I feel sorry for you? I was the original. I was the one they said that to first. Come on. You gotta come to me with something better than that. You want me to have a pity party with you. The Lord loves us, and the Lord will go a long way with us, but He ain't gonna pity party with us. Because He knows what we're capable of. He won't let you buy one nothing, man. He knows what you're capable of, and He won't accept less than your best. So don't come to Him with anything but your best. All right, now let's get on back into this. So we don't want to get off on the side road too far. And what are the fornications? Idolatries. These traditions of man that have been labeled Christian. Celebrations of Christ and all kinds of stuff. Just to keep the church blind and keep you off from finding the truth. And to keep you off from realizing you're about to perish and go into hell because the Lord's returning. And they've done good trying to keep everything covered up. All the signs that the Lord has been doing over the years. They have managed to hide and call it something else. All the storms and things the Lord was doing and plagues that God was sending to get our attention, that Moses even prophesied in the Word was going to come when we had sinned before the Lord, when we took unto us these graven images and sinned before God. Once the seed had multiplied upon the earth, just like Moses said it would. And He called for heaven and earth to witness against us, and it has been. Because that time has come. And here we are now in it. And it's been witnessing to God against us. Just like Moses prophesied would happen. And here we are. In the final days. In our final moments. And smack dab in the middle of idolatries. Yeah, well, most of us were born to them. I mean, by the time I was born, all this stuff was natural. It was normal. It was the thing to do. And I grew up poor, but we still had all these things that we thought God was blessing us. You know, because we were poor and we was getting these things. That was the way we were taught. Oh, the Lord has blessed us. We got given this. And I'm talking about things like televisions and telephones and so forth like that. Things like that. We used, you know, when you was poor and you didn't have these things and you got one, you thought, oh, God blessed me with that. And we give God the praise for it. No, that wasn't God's blessing. That was the devil trying to make sure we had something to distract us from God. Because that is exactly what television was actually for to begin with. And telephones to help people gossip and distract people and everybody complained because they had to walk around with those big long, with those cords, and that keeps me in one spot. I don't like that. And then they come out with them great big long cords that would reach plumb across the house. And that was just an obstacle to me. When I was in my walker, I hated them big long bungee cords. That's what I called it. That thing like to choke me to death. I'm telling you. You couldn't be a speed demon in your walker with that cord wrapping around your throat. I was trying to blaze my trail through the house. And Mama would always be on that daggum telephone. That cord stretched 7 miles. And I'd go blazing through there from the kitchen into the living room. And I'd have my top speeder going. And boy, that cord would slow me down. Wing! Yeah, that thing wrapped around your throat. And there you go. You done for. Yeah, I'm hoping y'all are picturing this. I'm out of the walker now. I still hate those cords. I'm out of the walker now. Praise God. Whew. Thought I was going to end up back in one that year I was in the wheelchair. I kid you not. I was like, Jesus, I'm really getting tired of this corner. I used to joke with them about it. I was like, wouldn't do for me to have it right now. I'd be going around these walls, son. Like that little commercial that come on TV. Mom used to say, that's you when you was a child. That little commercial come out when I was a teenager. There's some baby in its wheelchair come running through the house. I don't even know what the commercial was about because I didn't really watch it on TV. But every time it would come on, Mom would holler, hey, it's you, it's you, it's you. And she would make me come look. And that baby would be running so fast in that walker, it'd be running around the walls. And I got tickled and laughed at it because I knew exactly what she's talking about. Hey, let me tell you, God was with me even then. And I know He was because that's the only thing that kept me alive. Because even then, I was a daggone daredevil. Didn't seem like nothing could stop me from doing stupid stuff even then. I don't even know. Don't ask me what happened or why. I don't know. A lot of times, Mommy said they would find me outside off the porch in my walker. And this porch was like way, way, way up in the air. And had this great big long set of steps to the ground and no rail now, mine. And I'd take off a running and go, phew. And they finally put gates up to try to keep that from happening. But somehow I'd get through the gates. And down them steps I'd try to go. Where I thought I was going, I don't know. I was an infant. How would I know? But, I mean, I was little. You know how you get taller. Trying to learn to walk. I don't know. Gonna run on home now. See a great band of angels out in front of me. The lights of home I now can see. But yeah, I'd take a big run and go, Mom said, and would launch into the deep, I guess. She said they'd come out there so many times. And she said, because we was poor and that was a hand-me-down walker. And it didn't have no seat belts in it. And so, and I was a tiny little thing and it was too big for me. And Mom said, I never understood for the life of me how you managed to stay in it. There you'd be dangling, your head between the steps, way up in the air, and we'd have to come around, go out the back door and come around and get you out of it. and then get the walker off the steps, she said. So see, I know without a doubt God was with me. Yeah, Jesus was with me. How does a child suspend in air upside down? No seatbelt or nothing, unless the angels are holding them. So you see, I know that God was taking good care of me. And He will continue to do that all my days. Come what may. But anyways, I digress. Let's get back into this word. I just have to give God the praise, honor, and glory because it's a miracle I'm here. And that was so very long ago. Okay, not that long ago, but long enough ago. It just sometimes seems like I've lived 2 lifetimes sometimes already. No, I'm not talking about reincarnation. Don't believe in that. Let's not go there. We ain't doing that. Y'all gonna come out of that, or y'all gonna perish, because there ain't no such thing as reincarnation. It's resurrection. Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. Now, either you're gonna believe in that or you're not gonna believe in nothing, because you're gonna perish. Dead people don't believe in anything. But anyways, going on. Verse 3. So He carried me away in the spirit. Now this is John. Being carried away in the spirit by the angel. And He carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness. And I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast. That's red. It's a type of red, scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. This is talking about this beast being scarlet-colored. Like the cardinals wear. Them red robes that they wear. Having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet. And the beast was just arrayed in scarlet. Oh, brother, children, I just... Thanks for that, Jesus. Thanks for dropping that in my spirit. I just got that. Wow, that was a long time in the making there, Jesus. That took that a while to sink in. It got there finally. Blonde to the root, son. Blonde to the root. Anyway. So He carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, and having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Oh, Lord. I get it, Jesus. Thank And I will see you in the next part. We are going to get on into this. Knew there was a reason the Lord wanted me to do this. And I just put some pieces of a puzzle together that my mind had been working on, and I just finally got some of the Lincoln Logs put together there. So I'll see you in the next part.